Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. As the title says, this is a quickie. It's just funny. Did that for two reasons. One, because it's I have to go pick up the kids today, and so I can't stay on the full time. And second, well, because the schools have their half day, so I dropped daughter off at 8:05 this morning, my normal time, and I have to pick her up at 10:28, which just seems ridiculous. And I also wanted to just see what would pop in with that in the title. So it was a test, and it was a testament to the school's half-day BS. So if you're here, say hi. Let's see, we can even do this quick. There's the link if anyone wants to join for a few minutes. On in, pin to the top. I know I'm a few minutes early this morning, but because of the shortened schedule, I decided to jump on a few minutes early. And I will be invoicing for all of the stuff yesterday from the auction later this afternoon once we get home. And if no one joins, that's okay. It says we have 5 people. Let's see. If you're here, say hello. Encore Unlimited. Did you just interrupt a quickie? Nope. No interruption. Hey, Harry. If you're still here. Rhonda, it's funny. If Rhonda, you're here, the two emojis show up way differently than in StreamYard versus YouTube. Angry Otter Comics, thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Again, so usually this is, let me give you a wrench, Angry Otter. This is usually this is a listing and laughing show where I'm working on something either for eBay or usually lately it's been for my Whatnot shows. And I start at 9:45. I'm a little early this morning just because, as the title says, this is going to be a shortened show. Because of the schools. Our schools have their final days here and their half days. So I have to pick up the kids, which is just absolutely ridiculous in my mind to go. My daughter's in middle school. She goes all 9 periods in 90 minutes today. So I jumped on early, and we'll chit chat for a few minutes as those that come in, and then we will be back at it. Hey, Darlene, thanks for coming in. Tomorrow night at 7, we do have our Treasures to Die For, where I roll the die to determine the price of items. And make sure I lost that. And then on Thursday, we're back here at 9:45 for another listing and laughing. And then on Friday at noon, we come back for another Treasures to Die For at noon Eastern. And you can't see it, but right over here is all of the jewelry that sold yesterday. And I'm so appreciative of everyone that came in, spent a couple hours with us yesterday and made purchases and bid and hung out in the chat and everything else. That was so great. Jeopardy. So Jeopardy it's my awesome. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate Johnny sending people over. Let me give you a wrench, Encore. So what Jeopardy is it's a Jeopardy style game, and it's just a play off my channel name, Jabby's Treasures. So it's 3 contestants, and the chat we keep score for the chat as well. And I have boards that look just like what you would see on TV. The digital board on the screen. I share my screen. They look just like what you would see on TV, and we play Jeopardy. And it's a fun time. It's just a good way to get away from the daily grind. There are clues, and I'm going to drop a clue right now. So anybody that's watching this later, when you see this symbol, Jeopardy clue, the clue is going to be half day, and that's for my kids' half day of school, and that's why the show is short today, because of half day at school. But and I'll put that up again. So when you see that anywhere in any of my videos, one of the categories every every time in Jeopardy is about my channel, and you know five of the answers right away if you watch and pay attention to these clues. But that is the gist of Jeopardy. It's a Jeopardy style game show that we have a lot of fun with. There's always giveaways, and I give away a spot to the next month's show to the chat based on random number. So we have the winner, whoever gets the most points, they're invited to come back. The second person is always the winner in the chat based on random number, and the third person I pick just to round out the contestants. So if you want to be Larry was Larry was except for JJ, right? That was but Larry was hilarious. Rhonda, thanks for coming in. That's all right. And JJ, so JJ put a number in. He thought he was winning. The last two contestants, actually, Mr. Picky, he put a number in. He thought he was winning a giveaway for me to send something, a regular giveaway, and he won a spot. And he came on the show and was great. And then JJ from Big Barn did the same thing last week or last month. He thought he was winning something, and he won the spot, but he couldn't make it. So that's the gist of Jeopardy. We do it once a month right now, usually the first Sunday of every month, but we moved it to July 10th because July 3rd, I figured everyone would be out watching fireworks and stuff because the first Sunday was the 3rd. So we moved it to the 10th. We will be back for the first Sunday in August. I don't know what that date is yet, but I will put my email in the chat. If anyone wants to be a contestant on a future Jeopardy, email me and we will get you in the queue. And there's my email. Pretty easy. And I appreciate everyone coming over from Johnny. That's awesome that he was sending people over. And I'm just making sure I make a note of what my clue was, so that when I go to do the questions or the answers, I guess, in Jeopardy, it's all set to go. I don't forget what I did. So I don't see. So Susanna from Susanna's Chronicles is on next month, and she was saying just yesterday that she hadn't seen any clues. Like I just dropped the graphic. Well, there are 2 out so far. So if you have to watch my videos to know those 5 answers. And I'll admit it's been pretty apparent the last few times that we've done that the contestants have not done their homework and watched those videos, because it absolutely could have made a difference in who won last time if someone had those five answers. It absolutely would have made a difference. Hey Terry, good to see you. King George Flipper, hope you're doing well. And so Terry, question for you: Are you well, I guess, how's your whatnot stuff going? Because I'm stepping back a little bit until they prove to me that they can get regular buyers. And what I mean by regular buyers are non-reseller buyers. So there's Rhonda, if you'd like to try your skills on the next Jeopardy. Yeah, so I'm stepping back a little bit from it until they can prove that they have non-reseller buyers consistently. I'm still going to do a show every once in a while. I'll maybe once every 10 days or so I'll do a show, but I'm not going to try to do 2 or 3 a week like I was. Just too much time into it for the return. Again, if you know me at all, I'm a numbers guy, and I crunch the numbers on time versus money versus cost of goods, and it's close, but it's just not there yet with the number of buyers. So I did real well with the Snoopy stuff, and I do well with the jewelry stuff on whatnot, but it's the prep time is can be ridiculous with that. So um, not that I'm not not that I'm not giving up. I'm just stepping back a little bit, and we'll see what happens. I hear there are shipping changes coming again, and we'll see what that means. They just started the shipping change first part of June, right after Memorial Day, where they got rid of the $1 for every extra item that you bought. And I hear things are changing again soon. So we're not even 3 weeks from the first change, and they're changing again. So I want to see what that looks like. Good morning, Susanna. Thanks for coming in. And we'll go from there. I seem to be doing real well with just the regular YouTube auctions as well. So um, that's my stance on it. Nothing bad about it. Hey, Stacy, thanks for coming in. You know, I'm not down on the platform or anything. I just the numbers tell me to step back a little bit and see what happens. And I run numbers for everything. That's how I run my reselling business. It has to make sense for me to. The numbers have to make sense. Same way I source, it has to make sense when I source. So I'm running those numbers constantly to make sure it's going to work. Probably to a fault. I run those numbers to a fault. I fully admit that I'm keeping track of things to a fault, but just stay quiet for 2 minutes. Well, I only have about 9 more to go. Again, this is a condensed show, as early in the chat, Rhonda was wondering why it said a quickie. Half day of school today. Kids are Abby, my daughter's half day of school, so she has her 93 minutes to be exact, 93-minute school day, and she still has to change classes all 9 periods, which is just ridiculous. I get it. I know why they do it. I know why they have to do it. But it's just the kids don't like it. The parents don't like it. I'm sure the bus drivers don't like it. And my daughter's not even taking the bus. But 93 minutes of school today, 9 periods. So Susanna, that's the best I can do. Jabby is a numbers guy. That is right. Well, the tech knowledge, I think, Terry, is pretty simple. You just need to you have your laptop. I know the camera you have. You just got to and hit the go live button. No, that's the tech part of it. Do I need to come on after you? You can. That's up to you. Like I say, I have to leave here in about 10 minutes to go pick up my daughter. But the following, I don't have. So Rhonda knows, because I send her this number every month, just as a where we're at. But I track how many followers I have, and I go from Jeopardy show. Hey, Bobby, from each Jeopardy show, right? And I track how many followers I've accumulated or gained between each Jeopardy show, because that's kind of that's where I get the most viewers, right? That's absolutely where I get the most viewers every month, is that one show. So, but I don't have the huge following that a lot of people have. I'm not monetized here on YouTube. I'm not anywhere close, and it's going to be, unless there's a huge uptick in subscribers between June and July, I'm at like 10% of what I've been getting between the shows right now. So I don't know that you need to have the right following. You have to pick the right time and have the right stuff. That's my, and then of course, interact with your audience and bring them something they want. I got lucky. If you watch the auctions I had the last 2 days, I got very lucky at a auction house here near me with some awesome stone and sterling jewelry, and I was able to offer it at prices that were left room for resellers and anybody that was buying it to either, like, because they wear it or collect it or whatever. We're happy with the prices. So that I don't think you need the big following. I think you just need the right product and the and the right attitude for the day. And I don't mean right attitude is not, it's not the right term that I'm thinking of, but you just have to be in the right mood for that day with the crowd that happens to come in. And there's no way of knowing how those two are going to mesh. It's luck of the draw, I think, is how that works. Right product, right price, and then the right connection with the crowd that day. Tomorrow it could be a different crowd, and you got to figure that out on the fly. So I see people that have 300 and whatnot and sell high, but a lot with 15 that just don't have people bidding against each other. Well, yeah, and that's why I'm stepping back from whatnot a little bit, because those 15, right? People are going to get 15 in their show, 10 to 15, and sometimes it's just their friends, people that will follow them. I have some shows that I go into on whatnot. I go in and support because I'm supporting their channel, not necessarily because I want to buy, right? People that support me, people that have great items and I want to buy from. I go in and I say hi. I stop in a lot of shows, but I spend a lot of time, like I say, the people that come in and support me or support my YouTube channel, support me in other ways, I go to their shows on purpose, not necessarily to buy, just to be there for them. So I think every show can get 10 to 15 people just by people dropping in, the people that support you, and your friends and family type of thing. But those aren't always buyers, right? They're not always there to buy. So, hey, Renee, thanks for coming in. I do want to remind everybody. So that's whatnot, and that's just how I'm approaching it with the numbers. The numbers that are working, and I'm having a ball with, and I hope everyone else that's in here is enjoying as well. But the treasures to die for, and again, that is where I put on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and Fridays at noon. I bring up somewhere between 5 and 10 items. And I'd like to hear from the people in the chat that participate. I like to think that I'm bringing things that are at least worth $6.66, because if I roll 3 6s, that's the price. If I roll 3 1s, the price is $1.11, and I sell it for that price. I hope people feel that the stuff that I'm bringing, if I roll 3 6s, which we've only done once, the value is there for those things. So if you comment on that in the chat, let me know what you think of that show, because I'm having so much fun with that. It's quick, it's easy for me. I invoice, I hold on to your items until you get to $30 total tickets, and then I ship them out. And I just love it. I love the interaction that we have. I love the items that I can move from my inventory, and it's kind of the same thing. So Darlene says she loves it. Thank you. Dragonfly, thanks for coming in. Susanna's going to do a pop-up chat here in a few minutes. Look at that. Again, hey, Anthony, thanks for coming in. Again, this is a shortened show. Usually I go until about, so on a normal Tuesday and Thursday, I start at 9:45, go to about 10:45 or so, and then we send everyone over to Big Barn Auction. Today, I'm leaving early because I have to pick up my kids, and JJ is not on today. So he's still on vacation. So there's no Big Barn until Thursday morning. But that's usually how a Tuesday, Thursday goes. Today, Susanna's going to do a pop-up chit-chat at 10:05, which is awesome. Kathy, Kathy, good to see you. Kathy has an awesome video out, guys, and another one of her dumpster diving videos. She does great stuff. So go check her out if you're not subscribed there. And I appreciate her saying she enjoys watching Treasures to Die For. It is fun. And the title is great too. Yeah, the concept. I think it's great. Like I say, I can move stuff and people are getting good deals. And I'll tell you though, it changes how I source for things, which is awesome, because I source for YouTube auctions, I source for whatnot auctions, and I source for Treasures to Die For, and those are 3 separate mindsets. Absolutely. So, well, I do appreciate that. So I'm glad. So anybody that's new wants to check it out, Wednesday at 7 o'clock, show lasts about 30 to 35 minutes total. That's from start to finish, and then again Fridays at noon. So um, we will be back with more on Wednesday night. Dragonfly, and again, everybody that so after I pick up my daughter, my son has a full day today, which I don't understand how the districts decided that, but he has a full day, she has a half day. I'm going to go get her, and then we're going to work on invoicing and shipping everything that was sold yesterday, which is a lot, and I do appreciate it. That show here or another link. Yep. Treasures to Die For is right here on my channel. Wednesdays at 7 and Fridays at noon. I almost forgot. So if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll get noticed every time I go live. Again, I do free shipping within the continental U.S. after $30 total tickets. You can't see them, but shelving like this behind me over here is also behind my laptop, behind my screen, and I have stuff on hold as people accumulate up to $30, and then I ship it out. And again, we had to change just to the continental U.S. because I use pirate ship, and some of the options available to Alaska and Hawaii and Puerto Rico and Guam and the territories and everything else, even though part of the U.S., those options aren't there in pirate ship. So I had to make it just continental U.S. so that I could use all of the options available in pirate ship. As you can imagine, a lot of things on Treasures to Die For, awesome. It's awesome, but I roll a 1 for the first number, and so I sell things for $1.34 or $1.42, and I have to be able to use the economical shipping to make that work, make the numbers work. I appreciate that, Encore. Absolutely appreciate that. But yeah, we do that here on this channel. And Shadow Woman, Rhonda's in there. She's keeping track of everything because it does kind of go quick. And once she puts dice emojis in the chat, that's when things become available for sale, and then it's first come, first serve. And it is kind of a whirlwind there for about 30 seconds as people are putting in what they want. But that's it. That's all. That's Treasures to Die For. And Jeopardy. Jeopardy is, we like Jeopardy. Everyone likes Jeopardy. I haven't heard anybody. Well, let me rephrase that. 99% of people like Jeopardy. I think some people wish they had thought of it. So I get those comments that it's not working, but it seems to be working just fine. And anybody that doesn't like it doesn't have to watch. That's how I look at it. It's fun. It gets us away from the daily grind. It's not all reselling related. It's general trivia type stuff, and I try to make make the questions as well-rounded as I can. So they're not all music or all sports or whatever. The only consistent category is there's a category called Jabby's Treasures, my channel name, at the end in the second round, where people they know the answers. They know the answers if they watch the channel and get the clue where I drop the clues, just like I did earlier. Darlene, have a great day. Thank you. Good to see you. Any final thoughts? Again, I do have to get to the school. Ridiculous half-day stuff. Not even half-day. Usually I would drop her off at 8:05 and I pick her up at 2:30. Between 2:30 and 2:40 is when I can pick her up. So it's not even half-day when they do 90 minutes. I appreciate everyone coming in for the quickie, as it says. And we will see everybody tomorrow night on Treasures to Die For. And if you're sticking around, Susanna, if you're still here, drop that link again. For Susanna's having a pop-up chit-chat here in just a few minutes or in a minute. So if you're sticking around YouTube, go hang out with Susanna. And we will see everybody. Yeah, see you. There she is. So you can click her name or click the 3 dots and you can get to her channel for the pop-up chit-chat. I hope everyone has a great day. I will see you in the chats and see you for Treasures to Die For tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks.